Tubers! Excuse the dirty mess on my bench here. It's been a minute since I've used the bench. Future sneak peek of a project from the past. Who can guess what that is? What it's to? It's from a past project about 12 years ago. Anyways, got a Husky 1850 watt generator here. I've got the cover to it on this side. I do not have an air filter for it, which is one of the reasons why it ended up in my hands. I don't think there's any information on the opposite side. Oh, there is. There's your plug. Husky 1800. There's all your information there. It's interesting that it says Briggs & Stratton on that sticker, because this does not have a Briggs & Stratton in it. It has a Subaru engine in it. So the air filter on this was lost at some point. I'm guessing somebody went to pull the carburetor off, broke part of the air filter here, and this is all I've got left of it. So I went online trying to find something that would closely resemble it, possibly work, and I ended up finding this guy, which is kind of totally the wrong size. Now it does have a spot for the tube to go, which is sweet. That's the breather tube for the crankcase, and it's kind of close. I'm gonna have to cut away at the case down here and bend that tab back, I think. That, and as you can see, these holes are straight, and this guy, this air filter, is designed to fit on a Honda, and when this is straight, the holes are not. So I'm gonna have to see what I can do about welding these holes up, drilling new holes in here, getting this to fit in the case, because I'm not gonna go buy another air filter case for it. I'm gonna make this one work. So let's go ahead and start marking this up, trying to figure it out. And yeah, I'll be back before making any permanent changes to this red plastic case. One thing, I did repair that off camera. I need to go in there and smooth that out a little bit. This hole was torn all the way down and into here because somebody broke it and then continued to try to start it. I need to smooth it out in there. It's starting to chew up the rope a little bit. I didn't rotate that little piece just right. Anyways, before making permanent changes to that plastic, I need to try to match this guy up. So I might be able, if I can keep the camera on and what we're doing here, I might be able to use one of the holes and just weld up the other. That right there actually might work really well. I just need to open up that top spot too. Or weld up both of them and cut new holes, which I think that might actually work out better. So let me get to that, make some marks, and see what we come up with. Alright, let's see if the old micrometer is tuned in pretty good. Drilled that one and that one just by eyeballing it. It's looking pretty good to me. It's not perfectly straight, but no, that ain't bad. Choke can still function. That goes on there. The back side, I'm going to have to, I think I can just bend that tab out of the way. Doesn't look like I need to do any cutting. That bends easy. Take that guy off. It's a Torx bit, but the screwdriver fits in it perfectly. It works just as good. I'm actually missing screws to this red cover that goes on this side, so I'll be able to steal this one and use it most likely. hard to do with one hand. I don't have my camera stand with me today. Alright. Now let's test it again. That's looking nice and flat to me. Look at that, it fits perfectly back there. Nice and flat, like it should be. I think I'm pretty happy with that, guys. The other two holes, I'm going to do a quick weld job on those, weld them up. And then that third one up in here, I don't think that's going to leak any. Might just a little, yeah, you can see through it. Maybe I'll do a little weld on that side too, I'm not sure yet. Alrighty, so I remembered I had some 2-part epoxy. I ended up using that. The reason why I went with 2-part epoxy instead of welding is this stuff's really thin. I had a funny feeling that if I welded on this, it would end up warping this plate. So, just do some quick 2-part epoxy. That'll be dry probably by the time we take a look at the carburetor. Alrighty, excuse the mess in the background. I'm going to go ahead and take this carburetor off. I am sure it's plugged up. I mean, it's got to be, right? I'm guessing that's why they pulled the air cleaner off, ended up losing the air cleaner. If it's not, then I don't know why they would have pulled it apart. Let's see. It does not want to let me have the carburetor. There we go. I found a camera stand for a camera. It's one of those older style, well, I guess they're not old style. It's the ones with the fingers that you can like grab onto something. You're currently attached to my vise. Anyways, let's go ahead and open this guy up. I guess we're going to need a size 12. Yep. 12 millimeter on the bottom side. Smelling the gas tank on this thing, it smells like it's been sitting a very, very long time, like 12 plus years. A little water, or really old fuel. Whoa, that stinks. It's like extra stinky. Pour that into a drain pan here to be recycled with my oil. On this carburetor, your jet's right here. I'm sure that guy's plugged up. Only got a little bit of carb cleaner. I'm almost out. I need to go to the store and buy some more pretty quick. See if we can blow through here. Yeah, we can blow through it. It was plugged a little there though. Only let a little through at first. Oh, that's unplugged. I don't think I'm going to pull it off. I'm going to clean it. It doesn't look that bad. Really just looks like it's been sitting. And check to see if the shut-off valve's working. I'm going to blow through here. Yep, that works. Everything else looks okay. I'll just go ahead and clean the rest of this out. Get some of the scum off of here. I'll pull that jet out. I'm gonna go pull and clean all this off camera with some 4/0 steel wool and some carb cleaner. Really simple. So I guess I had better explain a little bit about this carburetor. So right here's where the jet sits. You take that jet out first. Down inside there will be an emulsifier tube, this piece right here. There's tiny itty bitty little holes. You can't really see very well. You can see them there. There's tiny itty bitty little holes that need to be cleaned. All of them have to be unplugged. And that guy will go back down inside there, screwed down tight. Not too tight though. Brass cracks easy. And then the jet will go back in place. Alright, time for this carburetor to go back together. It's going to be sitting like this. So we're going to put this drain hole somewhere we can access it with the cover on it. It will be on kind of on that back corner back here. These bowls to these carburetors can go any direction you want to put them. So that's why I put it the way I want it. Tighten that down nice and tight, not too tight. It is aluminum and you'll strip it. Go ahead and put the spring back on, the linkage back on, function it, make sure everything's working as it should, goes back and forth as it should. That's a cleaned carburetor, guys. I'm going to put some fresh fuel in it now. Just a little bit. I'm going to flush out anything that might be in the tank. Give me 1 second, let's do that. Alright, I have some ethanol free. Ethanol, if you don't know, ethanol in fuel absorbs water and spoils your fuel a lot faster. If you can help it, get ethanol free fuel, because it's just so much better for everything. Anything that's got a carburetor on it and you care about it, use ethanol free. So that's drained enough, I think. I think if we were going to get anything out of there, it would have been out. Go ahead and switch it over. Get it onto the carburetor. You can see there's a little bit of something down there in the bottom. Some nasty stuff. Hopefully none of that comes through into the carburetor. Hopefully we did get it all flushed out, but if not, you've always got that drain hole on the bottom. You can drain it out later or pull the bottom of the carburetor off later. No leaks from what I can see. Nothing leaking out the bottom. I mean, this is all for me just attaching it with the fuel running, but let's go ahead, put that hole punch away. I think it's time to get this new air filter box put on. I took a piece of the 2-part epoxy and it's pretty well, it's still a little soft, but it's hardened up enough to where we can install this. That's not going to hurt anything. Let's see, I cannibalized 2 bolts off of a previous project that blew up. If you look back on the channel, it's the no-name white generator. Really nice little generator. I ran it for a little while, but it ended up blowing up for previous reasons. Looked like somebody had ran it out of oil. I put oil in it, ran it for a while, it ran great. Really nice, quiet little generator. And then yeah, it was done. It threw a rod. Trying to pull it apart for you guys for a video, but having a hard time getting that thing to be pulled apart. It's like pressed together. Oop. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go? I heard it. I heard it hit the wood. Well, that's fun, guys. I just lost that. Of course, it was a 10mm. You just witnessed on camera a 10mm being lost. How does that make you feel? Makes me feel terrible. Alright. We need to submit that to the National Geographic for proof that 10mm run away. You guys are more than welcome to do so. Just make sure to credit me in the credits as the original video maker, or the capturer of the incident. It's nice and tight. I think the next step, guys, is to see if it starts, and then see if it produces power after the fact. Yeah, that 2-part epoxy seems to be doing the job. It's all the way through both sides of the cover. So let's see what we can do about getting it started now. See if it will. Really low feeling compression. I'm not sure why. It's probably just the maybe a compression release valve. automatic compression release, but let's go ahead and try starting here on the bench. It's got fuel, it's got what it needs. Alrighty then. No pop or nothing. It might be a good idea. The key is on. Let's go ahead and pull the spark plug here. 13/16. Pull the spark plug and take a look if it's got any spark and see what the spark plug looks like. See what kind of shape it's in. If you guys have never used a magnetic spark plug socket tool, or spark plug socket, you guys are missing out. Magnetic's the way to go. This is a brand new spark plug. That is brand spanking new, never used. So somebody was trying to fix this. Somebody really was trying to fix it, but gave up at some point. Alright, that guy's in there. Let's see if we've got any sparky spark. I don't know if I'll be able to capture it on video. So let's go down there for you guys. You see that? You see that all right? If I get shot, don't laugh at me. No, I got spark. You see that? Oops. That wasn't supposed to happen. It doesn't look like I broke anything, just pulled the wires out. Yeah, you can see the spark there. So, either it's a compression release of some sort, oops, or it's a stuck valve or something like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and spray just a little bit of carb cleaner down into the intake, or into the cylinder there, just to give it a little helping hand, see if that makes it pop off at all. I'm gonna guess it's a stuck valve, or a valve that's not shutting all the way for some reason. Again, like compression release or something like that. Click. At least we know we got spark. Let's see, where do those wires go? This one and that one. I don't know if I would imagine they don't need to be hooked up to have spark. Oh, we just proved that, didn't we? We didn't have them hooked up for that second pull because I accidentally pulled them up. Let's hold this up here. There we go. Ink. Nothing. Nothing. ahead and shut it off. I've got a pretty well ventilated area, but it's still getting pretty smelly in here. So we'll go ahead and shut that off as I'm trying to get this guy to fit up on here. I think that one right here is coming in contact. It won't let me slide that guy on. It'll let me slide it on, but it wants to go up just a little further. So I'm going to take just a chunk off that guy. Oh, you can't really see. Take the chunk off that guy right there. And just like that, it's cut back a little bit. I put a paper towel in the intake as I cut that so I didn't send any metal shavings or abrasive material into the intake. That guy should fit perfectly now. It looks like it does. Just got to get the gasket around it. Maybe. Maybe. Oh, it looks like it might still be hitting right there. No way of putting that on backwards. I'll figure something out. Maybe just a little bit. Alright, so that worked out really strangely well. I heated it up with a torch and then just took a cool metal screwdriver, and rolled it in. I was able to roll that back, no holes or anything. Pushed it back into there. Well, let's see if it fits. Ha! That fits perfectly. Looks like it was designed to fit on this thing. Put that down. Oh, I gotta pull that forward a little bit. Clip the bottom cover, then clip the top cover. Choke still moves. Now we need to, I need to look at this piece on the bottom side, see if I can, looks like I did it okay. I smoothed it out a little bit the other day. Looks like I may have gotten it all. There's just some sharp spots on it. Or was some sharp spots on it. Not really seeing any anymore. So I'm going to leave that little pull string hole alone for now. Now we just got to cut and modify the case to fit that new air cover. Doesn't look like a ton, but then again it looks like a lot at the same time. Trying to decide whether I might need to pull that cover back off, slip this guy around it, and then just better not hum that song too much. Well, I'm going to pull that back off. Get the plastic cover put back on, and then cut the plastic to size and put the air filter box back on. I might try the same heat it up with a torch and push it aside trick instead of cutting away necessarily. See how that works out for us. Got a heat gun. Heat guns work a lot better for this. Also don't know the characteristic of this plastic. The plastic of the air box is really cheap. Has no additives or anything in it. And it's really not working out for us here. So I'll just have to kind of cut along the lines that I'm making with the torch. take a look again. It's going to be pretty much all of this. I'm going to see if I can cut here to leave this mounting spot for the side cover, but I'm going to probably have to cut all the way down through here. So angle grinder, so max power. Should you be cutting plastic with a die grinder? No. Am I doing it anyways? Yeah. a little furry there. Alright, now that we got that all cut away, let's see how it fits now. I'm wondering if I can push that plastic away in the bottom and make it fit, or I might have to cut that away. I think I might just have to cut that away. I'm just trying to think of how much. I don't want to cut all of it away, but I might just cut it here and just make all the room for the airbox. I got this generator, if I haven't already said. I think I paid $30 for it. Making noises because it's got little fuzzies on here. That's hilarious. Where'd the air cleaner go? There it is. Hey, I like that. Does it look kind of funny? Yeah, a little bit. There's that side cover. Side cover's supposed to go in here. Don't have any of the screws to the side cover. It's supposed to go like that. And look at that, it actually fits with that air filter. No cutting needed. So I'll put that side cover on it at some point, but I will not be doing that today in today's video. Now it's time to reassemble. Once more, take it outside. We'll plug some stuff into it, see what kind of power it produces. This is probably not one that's going to be kicking around for long. It's probably going to be one that'll be posted back up online and sold, or I will offer it around to the family, see if any of my family might need a generator for cheap. I got this air filter box. Oh, sorry guys. I got this air filter box for $12. I think it was Amazon, 12 bucks. It is a, like, fits all Honda engines, 5.5, 6.5, 2 kilowatt generators, CX 160 200 168F blah 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 blah. I don't think there's a part number on it, but if there is, you guys can take a look. Anyways, it's not going to focus. I'm not going to take the time to make it focus. Let's go ahead and slide this guy back on, and I'm already starting to see a problem. I just want you to fit. Can I move the plastic around it? Or do I need to make another cut? Okay, I think I got it. Bottom half was interfering with the airbox. Maybe it'll fit. It's fitting. It works. Need to run a tube from here to here. Might just have something. One of these drawers of mine. We'll figure something else out. I'm gonna do that off camera. I just need to get this. Need to show if it makes power or not, and then I can do all the rest of it kind of off camera. I've actually got a family dinner to go to here, and I'm gonna be the cook, so I've got to be getting out of here pretty quick. Let's check and see if this thing produces power. All right, you can definitely see the air cleaner poking out the side there. Didn't realize it was poking out that much. Got an old heater, 1500 or 2000 watt, I can't remember what. It's quite a bit though. I have checked the oil on this previously. It's got plenty of oil and it smells great. It doesn't smell like fuel or anything. So let's go turn it on here. No choke, see if it'll start. It'll start, so let's go ahead and choke it. Huh. It says, Let's give it a little bit of help. We'll try spraying it into the intake first. But if that doesn't work, then we'll take that spark plug back off again. Let's see. Which way is your choke? Choke is open right now. All right. It's always one thing I try to do with generators specifically is to run them out of fuel when I'm done using them. Even if I'm going to use them tomorrow or the next day or next week, I always try to run them out of fuel. Why? Because if you don't use them next week or next month or next year, it's going to be sitting in there with no fuel. It's not going to plug up those jets again. You're not going to have issues down the road. That's what I've done with this generator. And the last time I pulled that carburetor apart and cleaned it, I believe was probably about 10 years ago. Or 8 or 10 years ago, something like that. Always run out of fuel. I've never had to pull that carburetor apart ever since. So This guy has a bit of a hiccup you can hear while it's running. I've just let it run for quite a while, loading it up pretty heavy, generating power beautifully, but I'm not sure what the whole deal is with it hiccuping. Honestly, seems like it's running too rich. It seems like it's getting too much fuel, so might be a video we do in the future. I don't know. Hope you have a good one, tubers. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys later.